Ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event of the evening. Introducing from Damsar Uptown, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, weighing in at 3.25 ringgits to 1 Singaporean dollar, he is your fellow Uptown lowlife, Cornelius. Okay, sorry, I'm late. Okay, calm down, chill. It'll be a fun time tonight. I assure you, chill. Thank you. Okay, folks. So, first of all, folks, welcome to Cafe Cornelius, everyone. My name is Cornelius, so professional wrestler turned Butler, VTuber. Why? Yes, indeed, I am indeed a pro wrestler turned Butler VTuber. If you don't believe me, well, let me show you. Very, very quickly. But folks, how's the volume? How is the volume? How is my volume? How is the background music and all that jazz? The visuals looking okay? Do let me know, folks. Do let me know. Oh, by the way, so here's my little calling card of me doing the wrestling. I think I should update it now. Now that I've got a few newer matches in tow. Everyone loves that. I don't. But I do all this for you. Folks. Okay, man. It's a bit of a yes and no in terms of like how eventful the past couple of weeks have been, I suppose. Let's get a few housekeeping things out of the way first, folks. Firstly, well, okay. Hold on, folks. Let me just grab something very quickly. Okay. Oh man, I do apologize. Due to me like creating a certain YouTube short / vertical video in the last minute, so I'm sort of have to like rush around a little bit and get everything sorted. Okay, but before we get to that, let's get something out of the way first, folks. Causeway Jam 2025 in Kuala Lumpur, September 6th. Malaysia versus Singapore, folks. I'm going to drop you the link right here. As you can see, the QR code is also here as well for your convenience. And man, I can't believe they're like posting this so early already. I thought they would have delayed this a little more. I thought this would be something a little spicier, but no, they wanted to announce this immediately. Blazing Raj and Bobby Sinaga versus Cornelius and 3 question marks? Apparently I'm allied with someone whose name is 3 question marks. Is that his name? 3 question marks? All I'm willing to say is, 2 things, I suppose. One, I really want to move on. From Blazing Raj. Frickin'. Sometimes he feels like dead weight. Sometimes. And other times, he feels like he represents the best of me. But that is in the past. With my victory over Blazing Raj, I thought that would have been the full stop, the end of that saga. And I can move on to better pastures, as it were. But we're still here, aren't we? Alright then. Alright. So the second thing I will say about this match is wait and see. So yes, folks, you can get the tickets there in the provided link. I think I shall pin this. Cause War Jam. Oh well, ignore the typo. There you go. Okay, few other things to also talk about as well, folks. Okay. Oh man, there's actually a lot more to do today than I thought. Okay. Firstly, as some of you might be aware, I went to Singapore over the weekend. Actually, it was myself, Bobby Sinaga. I just realized how funny that is. That Bobby Sinaga was in the same trip with me, and I'm about to face him next month. Who says he can't play both sides? Eh? Who says the lad cannot play both sides? Why the hell not? Why the hell not? Hey! I'm an amiable guy. If there's an opportunity to like head down to Singapore to watch a show, why not? So besides Bobby Snaga, it was Phoenix Rose, and the shaman of the secret sauce, Jack Alexander. So it's us 4 Malaysian wrestlers, my PW wrestlers, heading down to Singapore to Rapport Max Pro Wrestling Festival 2. I just realized it makes a lot of sense for me to show off their poster. Let me do so right now. I do have it, thank goodness. Here we are. Oops, a bit big. Oh, Carly, wait, you were at Jurong Spring Community Center as well? Oh, I mean, like, were you there, like, just to be part of the community, or were you actually there, like, to watch Pro Wrestling Festival 2? Because that's what we did. That's what we did indeed. How'd you find the whole experience, Cloudy? How'd you find the whole experience? So it was kind of an interesting one for me. I was watching that. Of course you were. So this was a pretty unique event, actually. This was a pretty unique event. Because not only was this held in a community center, but I couldn't recognize you without your mask. What do you mean? I had my mask on the whole time. What are you talking about? So there's a couple reasons why the bunch of us wanted to go down to watch this particular event. Number one, first and foremost, is to support our fellow wrestlers down the causeway. You know, we've been my PW and GrabMax have been working together for many years now. You know, putting on Causeway Gem events. Obviously, Causeway Gem KL is happening next month. And they're putting on this rather grand event in this government-supported community center. It's pretty wild. So, you know, that's pretty intriguing to check out. So, a bunch of us were talking. We were asking around. I definitely wanted to go. I think Phoenix Rose also definitely wanted to go. And a couple more people followed us along as well. So, it was just a small group of us. The second reason was because technically, this is a free show. It's technically a free show. Technically. Front row seats are definitely paid tickets. Was it $30? I think it might have been $30. But the rest of the seats was complimentary. I sort of... So, yeah, I technically got myself a free seating. Technically, I did sort of earned my keep. Sort of. I will explain what I meant by that in due time. I'll explain what I mean by that in due time. Also, I do apologize, folks. This is such a bad habit by yours slowly. So, as some of you might be aware, I made a vlog about it. In fact, I just published it. Barely 40 minutes ago or something like that. So essentially, this here, the link that I just dropped here, this is the YouTube short to my vlog going down to Jurong to watch Grapple Max Pro Wrestling Festival 2. This one here. So if you haven't seen that, you can check it out, folks. You can check it out. It's a short a vlog indeed, and it's basically a summary of all that happened to myself and the other my PW wrestlers in the event. Remember, we went for a day trip, yeah. So it's not like it's a whole saga or such. Well, it sort of is. We'll get into it. There definitely was some epic moments to be had for sure. Uh, oh man, it was that was crazy. That was crazy. So how was the event for you, Cloudy? How was the event for you? So so you can check that out, folks. However, this is the thing with me. If I go somewhere on a trip, hey, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. I wasn't there for the first one, okay? I wasn't there for the first one. I guess now is a pretty good time to let you guys know how I usually do this. As someone who is actively a wrestler, someone who is part of the industry, someone who is very much involved with the Southeast Asian scene in particular, I definitely can give like my feedback and thoughts to it on the matches and the event as a whole to a point. Like, you know, because these are my fellow wrestlers, they're my compatriots, brothers in arms, as it were. Look, if you want to get something, if you want to get like a really critical review or something like that, go to other channels, go to other critics, and all that jazz. For that, I'm here to provide almost like a wrestler's perspective of a wrestling match or a wrestling event. So there is only so much I'm willing to divulge, you know. So yes, I am speaking from a biased perspective. I am openly biased in that sense. Look, if something is absolutely disastrous, I probably will call it out. But again, I'm here to provide an interesting perspective, as opposed to a critical one, as opposed to one where like, oh, it's good or it's bad, nothing in between, that sort of a thing. No. Yeah, go somewhere else for that. Yeah. So hopefully that clarifies things. But if you felt that the matches this year were more exciting, Cloudy, that's good. That's actually really awesome to hear, actually. So, man, I don't know why I constantly do this to myself. Whenever I go for a big trip, big event, I always either photograph or vlog, and legitimately nothing in between. You like the Aussies match? Oh, Aussie Cube. Yes, Aussie Cube's match was very interesting. I'll probably mention a little bit about that. Unfortunately, do I have any photos of Aussie Cube's match? No. Because all I took were videos. Oh man, hindsight, maybe I should have taken some photos, because that's easier to show doing a doing a stream. I technically can show my vlog on stream, but nah, just click on the link. Just click on the link and check it out. In fact, Cloudy, have you checked out my little vlog yet? Any thoughts on it? Any thoughts? If you guys have any thoughts on my vlog, which is going to be a great companion piece for me, help me jog my memory. Please do let me know. I always like to strive to improve the quality of my vlogs, because I do quite enjoy making these vlogs. Okay, so let's actually get into the whole thingy-majiggy. I'll check later and let you know. All right, firstly, I know it's going to sound rather strange, but we're actually going to start with reacting. Reacting to what, you might ask? Well, reacting to these two items right here. This fair price coffee potato chips, the taste of Singapore apparently, even though it looks Malaysian. I don't know. And Tapao plush foldable bag blind box featuring Singapore flavors. A friend of mine, a very good friend of mine, in fact, a good friend of yours as well, Cloudy, gifted it to me. Wanted me to try them. I think we have. So yes, this was Sarah Coldheart. By the way, this is Sarah Coldheart. She's a fellow wrestler. She wrestled in the women's tag match. In Pro Wrestling Festival 2. We'll talk about that match pretty soon. Actually, let me go grab. Okay, you know what? Okay, all right. So yes, folks, coffee flavored chips. We're gonna talk about this right now. I think how this all started was we were talking with Sarah, the bunch of us, and I don't know how it came to be. Was it Friday? No, it can't have been Friday. No, I think it was the Saturday itself, because the show wasn't Saturday. We met up with Sarah early on in the day, and we were talking about coffee flavored potato chips. And then I was like, and I can't recall what it was exactly. So I kept saying, you mean the potato chip flavored coffee? And they're like, no, the coffee potato chips. No, I'm pretty sure it was potato chip flavored coffee because I like coffee, right? So I just kept insisting that it was coffee. And they're like, no, how in the world can it be potato chip coffee? Then it'll just be potato flavored coffee. No, potato chips and potatoes are completely different. So it definitely is potato chip flavored coffee. Then I realized in my head, wait, no, isn't like potato chips? Don't they have flavors in it? But then, like sour cream and onion, spicy, barbecue, potato chips can all sorts of flavors. Then I realized, no, potato chips can also be in original flavor as well. And then they got kind of fed up with me and insisted that it was coffee potato chips. So, yeah, apparently it is coffee potato chips. So I have it in my hand right here. See? You hear that? ASMR. So I have it with me right now. I haven't opened it. This fragile bag of chips somehow survived the trip back from Singapore. I am actually kind of shocked. It's in one piece. Yeah, it's in one piece. It's kind of crazy, actually. So, guess who's... Does this have caffeine in it? Actually, wait, let me check very quick. Does this have caffeine in it? Does it? Does it? Coffee seasoning. I'm gonna say yes, I guess. I think it's just flavoring. Well, that's concerning. Come on. You're literally putting a cup of coffee down there. You're putting a cup of Malaysian coffee on the packaging right there. Okay, why is it just seasoned? Why can't it be actual coffee, huh? All right. Without further ado, let's actually open up this bad boy. Okay, let's see how it is. Let's see whether this is authentically kopi. Because it does say a taste of Singapore. And when we get into the trip itself, you see that, hey, actually, look, I know most Malaysians, we always deride the food in Singapore and stuff, but I actually had some stuff that was actually not bad. Pretty darn nice, actually. Oh, wow. It kind of smells a little bit like coffee. Oh, I wish I had some chopsticks with me. Ooh, had a bit of the dusting. Let me try the chips itself, as opposed to just the dusting, because that's not the point. Okay. All right, let's see this. Hi there, Sylvia. I'm trying out coffee-flavored potato chips. If you're from somewhere outside of Southeast Asia, yes, this is how we write kopi. Coffee. K-O-P-I. AKA coffee. It's the same thing. Okay, don't lose your mind of it. So, it's a potato chip. Like your box standard potato chip. There's some brown dusting on it. So it kind of looks like there's a bit of dirt on it, frankly speaking. But, coffee looks like dirt, so, who am I to complain? All right. Bombs away. Is it bitter or creamy? I'm going to assume this is like a milky coffee sort of flavor. Too sweet. That's the thing. I am definitely tasting potato chip first, like a fried potato chip sort of a taste. Which is nice. But, look, the aroma of the coffee is there, I think. It's super, super faint. I don't know. I don't think there's any holes in this packaging actually. So I don't think the air went out of it. Yeah, if anything, I'll be honest. If it was written there, original potato chips, taste of Singapore, I think that's fairer. Yeah. Okay, I'm not gonna buy it. I don't think you should. Cloudy, I'm sorry. Like the difference between this and original flavored potato chips, aka potato chips, it's unbelievably subtle. It's like I get a whiff of the coffee aroma, not even flavor, aroma. Like it hits my nose, and then it's gone. Like 6-month-old coffee grounds has a stronger coffee aroma than this. Is this an early stage before you start making mukbang? I doubt it. I'm not a mukbang guy at all. I eat my food before streaming. I say that, but I have dinner right here next to me. Yeah. Just to really tell. Coincidentally, I have a cup of coffee next to me. Yes, I'm drinking coffee at 8:41 p.m. because I'm tired and I'm crazy. Nothing beats real coffee lah. I know. But look, the coffee in tiramisu still tastes like coffee. Coffee flavored donuts can still taste like coffee. This coffee potato chips does not taste like coffee. I'm sorry. Okay, I'll talk sweet about about other Singaporean foods I've had. I swear to you, that actually was something that was actually pretty nice. Now that's coffee. Complain to Sarah, lol. It's not her fault. It's not her fault. She got this for me. Okay, it's a gift. I'm not going to deride that. I really appreciate that Sarah got me a gift. Maybe you are not used to Singapore coffee. Maybe Singapore coffee needs to get used to being mediocre. I'm sorry. The tiramisu is actually dipped in coffee. Okay, that's what I meant. They use real coffee. Okay, lots of other coffee flavored things have stronger coffee flavors. This thing is. No. Sorry, but Singapore coffee kind of mild. Ouch. Wait. What if I dip this coffee potato chip into coffee? Let's try that. And dipping. And biting. Let me try that again. All right. Let's not start a fight in chat over this. No, even though I agree, but no. Calm down. At least it's not in Italian coffee. Okay, let's try this again. Maybe that's the secret. There needs to be instructions to inform you to dip your coffee potato chips into coffee. I can't believe I said that. That's hilarious. Can someone clip that, please? Can someone clip that and drop it in my Discord server if you don't mind? That's hilarious. I feel like a genius saying that. Yeah. Okay. So I know this was a bit of a bust, but what about this? This is another gift that my friend Sarah Colehart got for me. Nothing beats coffee luwak. Not touching that with a 10-foot pole, thank you. Not touching that with a 10-foot pole. Let me get the box very quickly. Let me grab it very quickly. So once again, these are gifts by my fellow wrestler, Sarah, who just wanted me to just honestly react to these on stream, frankly speaking. So this is what's that? A plush foldable bag blind box. So, I'm genuinely not so sure what this is actually. So there's a few things it could be. A Nyonya Kueh Platter, Nasi Lemak, coffee cup or egg and toast breakfast? Ooh, egg and toast breakfast. All right. Multi-purpose. Each plush keychain stores 1 eco bag. Lovely, lovely. All right, all right. I wonder where Sarah shops. I don't know. What is Singapore flavor? I don't know. Financial stability. Financial stability and a working society. I don't know. Coffee. Okay. All right. Let's open this up and let's see what this is. So I'm opening up the box. Okay. Open the box. I'm not sure if I'm doing this right. And I got continuing the theme of coffee, I got myself the coffee cup. I got myself the coffee cup. Oh, it's so cute actually. It's so cute. I'll snap a photo of it later. I'll snap a photo later after the stream. If you're wondering what it looks like, well, yeah, it looks like this thing. It looks like this thing, except it's got a cute smiley face in it. It's so cute. Oh, I love this actually. Oh, this is adorable. Thanks so much, Sarah. I really do appreciate it. Sarah's been like such a dear friend actually. She's like she's a fellow weeb like me, okay? So look, when you're a wrestler, you're already like in a very niche world. And then when you find other fellow weebs in the wrestling world, like weeb wrestler, we can geek out over like all sorts of things, like we can geek out over Japanese wrestling, which means we can geek out over Japanese pop culture, which means we can geek out over like video games and stuff. And let's just say that she and I both enjoyed talking about VTubers actually. So yes, so yeah, Sarah and I, in the Singapore trip, we actually talked a little bit about the whole V Shoujo debacle. Actually, it couldn't be helped. Like it's such huge news that that even she followed it a good bit. Oh, it's so cute. Oh man, this is so nice. I gotta show this off to the other boys. Oh, you keep your eco bag here. Oh, okay. So this is like a bag. Oh, I see. So this is like your bag for your shopping and stuff. It's very collapsible. And you can squish it into like into this little plushie inside the plushie, and the plushie is a little bit smaller, and you can just hang it on, let's say, your backpack or something of the sort. This is really nice actually. This is definitely gonna be something that I will actually use. That V company is such a mess. It is unfortunate. It's enough has been said about it actually. It's just so unfortunate. I feel so bad for all the talents involved and all the people involved. Heck, all the people involved. The artists that were involved, the people that donated. Oh my god, the people that don't. It's charity fund. Yeah, it's a whole thing. So all that I've talked about it with my wrestler / VTuber weeb friends. There's more than 2 of us actually. There's actually a small group in Rapport Max actually. It's actually really lovely. Yes, even in my PW, there's a couple of us who are into VTubing as well, not just yours lowly. This is super nice. I will take a photo of this later. This is great. This totally makes up the copy potato chips. Oh, I love it. But I'm not. I will finish these potato chips. I'll probably like no, I'm still munching on it. It's really still like really meh. Okay. Tell you what, I actually don't think I should finish all this entire bag in one day because I'll probably overheat with the amount of salt in this thing. I still have a dinner to finish that I will try to finish in tandem with talking with you guys. So what I will do is I will roll this up if you don't mind, folks, if you don't mind, let me go very quickly grab a plastic container to store this in, if you don't mind. I just want to, you know, I do try to be very careful with my diet after all, so I don't overdo it. Okay, just very, very quickly, folks, let me just head out. That's most okay, this. Let me just very quickly head out and put this in the Tupperware, and we'll continue on. Actually, get into our Singaporean trip. All right. Be back in a bit. Be back in a bit. Where's me? Here it is. I do question my decision making in writing "Stop thinking of stripping." Why did I write this? What was going through my head? Oh my god. Oh well, too late. All right, see you in a bit. I'll be back very soon. And I'm back. Okay, I'll put this away now. Okay. So, it's now in the Tupperware. And here's something interesting. When I was grabbing it, the Tupperware, I allowed 2 members of my household to have a bite of the potato chip. Both could recognize it was coffee. One of them even said it tasted nice. I'm like, really? So I don't know what to believe anymore. I personally think it doesn't really taste that, well, much like coffee at all. So who knows? So Cloudy, maybe you can share it with Sarah or something. I don't know. Okay. All right, let's get into it, folks. So, I'm not sure if any of you have ever done like a little day trip thing before, across the seas or across the state, as it were. But with Malaysia, especially Peninsula Malaysia, this is 100% possible. Number one, because bus trips are definitely very affordable. And two, Singapore's just across the sea, isn't it? Barely a sea. It's like a thick river, I suppose. Yeah. You know, when people say I can see Singapore from my house, it's If you live in JB, that's probably believable. I think. Yeah. So, what was I saying? Oh, my brain. I need, hold on, I need real coffee in my brain now. There's a bunch of us. We took the bus. I won't say which one. And we made the trip. I just remember something about that trip. So, the bus to Singapore was a bit of a bumpy one, for sure. It was kind of bumpy. And it's been a long time, actually, since I actually sat in a bus. Had some passport issues for quite a while. I finally got it resolved. And when I say that I almost puked in the bus, I was not joking. I almost. I did not. I almost did. And like, I don't know what. I kept thinking to myself, why did I not bring a plastic bag? Why did I not bring a plastic bag with me? Because I thought I didn't need one. Okay? Yes, I have puked in like roller coaster or these theme park rides before. You know, my body's just not built for that sort of shit anymore. But I did not think for freaking bus rides. Because this has never happened before. I've been on plenty of bus rides. I've never been queasy or nauseous on them before. Never. Until that Saturday. Like, oh, God. I was so infuriated with myself. Queasy on a bus. I freaking did a backflip. The 2 weeks before. I counted a back suplex and I backflipped. Landed on my feet. Okay? I jump around the ropes all the time. And it's a bus ride that made me almost want to puke. Just infuriating. God, I was actually like... It actually became so bad. At one point, I actually squeezed my lips shut with my fingers. Like, I actually felt the bile coming up. I actually felt my cheeks puffing up because I was about to explode. But I somehow managed to hold it in for so long. So freaking long. And then I at one point, I actually went to the front of the bus. Luckily, there were empty seats in front. Most of the folks were asleep. I went all the way straight to the front. Because at a certain point, I almost wanted to like speak to the bus driver. Hey, do you have a plastic bag? Can we stop by one side or something? Because I was about to blow. And thankfully, the front of the bus was a lot more stable, a lot less bumpy, and I was able to just calm down. But oh my God, I was like holding on for dear life. Yeah, I was not about to embarrass myself. I almost embarrassed myself next to the pretty lady, who was seated at the front row there. Luckily, she was sleeping, like completely, just knocked out. Like most of the folks, I would have been knocked out too. Except I was just so nauseous. Ah, gods. And just so we're clear, this only happened to the trip to Singapore. The trip back to KL was actually somewhat fine. I was actually okay. Like I was so paranoid too because I actually because once we were at the Singaporean checkpoint, I actually got myself some I actually asked the convenience store worker, do you have plastic bags? And I think he knew what's up. Like he definitely gave me a look. I was like, I got you, bro. He gave me 2, you know? I think he was aware of what exactly those plastic bags were for. Oh gosh, I cannot believe I got wrecked by a bus ride. What's next? Taxi? I mean, I sat a couple of Grab rides in Singapore. Those were fine. Hell, I remember my trip in Singapore a few years ago. There was one that was really bumpy. I was definitely dizzy, but I didn't feel nauseous. I just felt genuinely dizzy because that was a pretty darn bumpy ride. Even the Singaporeans what were taking me along definitely felt so as well. Well, that was wild. Okay. And so, but besides the whole about to puke saga, things went pretty smoothly. There, and then we took again a Singaporean bus ride or two towards Jurong. I think we were yeah. So here's the funny thing, our bus stop was in East Jurong, and the community center where this was held was in West Jurong, right? And look, I'll be frank, in my brain, we're in Singapore. Can't we just walk there? Take one train ride or two, that sort of thing. So somehow, some way, if you were to do that, it's an hour's walk from East Jurong to West Jurong. Why does it take so long? Why? It's 3 train stops away, Jurong East and West. We took the bus. Took a little while, but nothing too long. Well, once we got to the bus stop, towards that's headed to Jurong West, it's about 15-20 minutes. Not so bad. I'll be frank, I thought we could have walked it, We're Malaysians after all, save up a little bit of money. Well rested, we have decent cardio. But Nick Rose, who's pretty good with who's been to Singapore, like I think he said that this was like his 5th time this year alone. He definitely knew his way around with the buses. So we just took the bus. Can't recall how long it was, how much the fare was, but it was pretty affordable. Even by Malaysian standards, and we went ourselves to Jurong Spring Community Center, and my God, what a place it is! Like, so that place is insane. How do I describe that community center? Well, it feels like they call it a community club, first of all. So it's got multiple event spaces there. There's the indoor space, which is like a multi-purpose community hall. But this year around, it was held in the basketball court. So it was kind of on the outside, but it was roofed with like giant fans up top. And even the basketball posts, God, it looks so cool. The basketball posts, it was actually like, it was attached to the ceiling and it was like mechanically raised up there. So it was like just stuck up top. It looks super cool, super high tech. Again, this is something that you can see on my vlog, yeah? It was something that you can see on my vlog. Super, super cool. And it's just a huge space. So there were 3 things in particular that caught my eye in that community center. Obviously, the multi-purpose hall, that huge basketball court with the giant fans, and a McDonald's. In the community center, there was a McDonald's. What? Why is there a McDonald's there? There's a McDonald's there. In the community center. Like, okay, capitalism much. Very convenient, sure. Wow, just genuinely wow. McDonald's is ever, yes, but to see it in, I guess, a community center is, to me, is a little bit surprising. I won't lie to you. Our versions of community centers, I'll be frank, is like a day one bazaar, a multi-purpose hall. So that's it. Like about the size of the one in the Jurong Spring Community Center. So that about that size, and that's it. No basketball, for the most part. No basketball court, no McDonald's, no extra theater rooms, no extra classrooms, nothing so grandiose. I don't know about you, but to me, that community club was freaking grandiose. It's amazing. Y'all spoiled down there in the South. Spoiled. It would actually be quite nice to do a show in a community center one day, like a proper, like, government-supported community center in Malaysia one day. I don't know. Just saying. So that was pretty neat. And so we were there about 2 o'clock-ish, and there was no one there initially. So I thought to ourselves, okay, let's go have lunch. And as it turns out, there were actually 2 SPW wrestlers there, Singapore Pro Wrestling wrestlers, Mighty, and Ref Ryan. And they took us for lunchies. Actually, no, sorry. I don't think Ref Ryan was there just yet. I think it came a bit later. So Mighty accompanied us, essentially, there. We asked him, hey, where can we go get a little bit of lunchies? You know, somewhere like a food court sort of a thing. He knew where to take us. And it was very, very, very close. It was essentially a mamak food court, For some reason, instead of saying mamak, they wrote it on the sign, Indian Muslim, which is like, is this mamak? It's mamak. Just call it mamak. Why Indian Muslim? Why is it like what's wrong with calling mamaks? It's always been mamak, hasn't it? But either way. Oh, the tea in that coffee shop is good. Yeah. I think you know what I'm talking about. I had, I think most of the lads had variations of, you know, chicken rice, chicken and noodles, that sort of thing. I wanted to indulge a little bit and finally try myself some traditional roti canai. I'm kidding. Roti prata. You all call it roti prata. Sarah has insisted to me, roti canai and roti prata, it's slightly different. Because roti prata, ding, is healthier. It's healthier. That's the biggest distinction mark, I suppose. That roti prata is healthier than roti canai. I also had a masala chicken with it as well. I think it all came up to, was it $6 or $7 Singaporean? In other words, yeah, a little on the pricier side. For yours lowly. I'm sure for Singaporeans that sounds pretty reasonable because it was a pretty darn big hunk of chicken actually, and 2 slices of roti canai / prata for the matter. So it definitely filled up my tummy pretty good, and it was tasty. Roti prata tasted like roti canai. Roti prata, probably a little cleaner tasting just because it was, you know, it's probably less greasy, which I appreciate. But that chicken masala though, oh, that was indulgent. That really tasted indulgent. That was some good chicken, probably imported straight from JB or something like that. I don't know. I'm kidding. Look. I like it. I actually genuinely liked it. Yeah. Mighty was a darling. So actually, this is a very interesting thing to see. Actually, a lot of the Singaporean wrestlers, whether they are Grapple Max or SPW, they will frequent each other's events. Because guess what? We all like wrestling. So, you know, they're going to attend one. They're going to attend wrestling. Because, you know, if we like to do wrestling, we also like to watch wrestling. It's kind of why we wanted to actually go down to Singapore in the first place. To experience it too. To experience it as well. So that was actually pretty darn fun. And after that, with a bit of downtime, most of the I remembered. So we actually got in. So once a couple of the, I think it was Sarah that invited us into the Grapple Max locker room, as it were. It's actually a classroom in the club. And we got to meet all the other folks. They were watching WWE. They were watching WWE. I think it was the either Raw or SmackDown episode. So that was pretty funny to see that they themselves were enjoying wrestling as well. And so I was like, and I don't know, my brain immediately went into gremlin mode, and because I had an umbrella in my hand, right? I had an umbrella in my hand to shield myself from the sun, and the rain. There was a bit of rain, so I thankfully I had a brolly with me. So I shook everyone's hand with my umbrella, like they just, I stuck out my umbrella and they shook the umbrella. It was hilarious. I was definitely in gremlin mode that entire night. That's for sure. That is for sure. Got to meet some old friends. Got to meet some new ones as well. Some folks that I've seen on video, and then I actually met them IRL actually. So that was pretty neat. In particular, I met the twins. I met it's gonna sound so strange. I met the Singaporean Malay twins of Amani and Lani, or is it Alani and Amani? No, Amani and Amani and Alani. Like it's not Amani Alani, it's Amani Alani. I think I got that right. Maybe. It's very strange that the spelling, the pronunciation is not exact. Oh. So I call him Amalani. Just convenient. Yeah. So yeah, we were chatting. So obviously, so we had a bit of downtime because we were there in the early afternoon. The show started around 6 o'clock, I think. So we had a bit of time. We could just chat and I catch up with the rest and all that jazz. Obviously, there was only so long we could do that. Whilst they had to do their own thing. I'll mention two things before the show began. So, as I mentioned, I technically got a free ticket. Okay, I believe a couple of the others, I won't say who, paid for front row seats. They paid for front row seats. I did not. However, once it got wind, I think we somehow the conversation of me getting a free ticket, and then it was like, I think somehow I don't know, I can't recall exactly how the conversation went. It was like, oh, maybe I should like volunteer or something, earn my keep or something like that. And they're like, yeah, you should. What roles can we give you? Hey, we got a bell. Do you want to ring the bell? I'm like, okay. And in hindsight, maybe I should have politely declined and remained an audience member. I'll explain why soon. So I am sort of peeling back the curtains a little bit. So Cloudy, this might be why you did not recognize me at all, actually. I'll explain why soon. So I became the bell ringer for Grapple Max Pro Wrestling Festival 2. Yeah. Mind you, the boss himself, and Boss Gregory, was fine with it, okay? He was well aware that I became the bell ringer. Like, when you hear the match where it goes, that on all this. Yeah. That was me. They offered, so I accepted. I was like, I came in for free. Maybe I should earn it. I'm a wrestler after all. So, yeah. Not the first time I volunteered for Grapple Max. Genuinely, it's not the first time I volunteered for Grapple Max. So I thought, okay, let's continue on this tradition. So, yeah. So instead of sitting with the Malaysian contingent, I sat with the timekeeper. and what can only be described as the at the media desk, I suppose. The broadcasting desk. Yeah. All the way at the back. Mind you, we could still see the show. We could still see the matches for sure. Definitely a little far away. And my vlog, when I show you the matches, definitely reflects as such. Because I was seated at the broadcasting booth. Yeah. Oh man. It's It's really good to catch up with some of the guys though. I got a chat with some old friends I haven't met in quite a while. Another thing I'll mention is that I actually met someone quite special actually that day as well. I was aware that he was coming down, but I was wondering when I would meet him. I met him a few hours before the show began. I don't know his name. But everyone just calls him C Wrestling. Why? Because he is the guy that runs the quote unquote C Wrestling accounts. So he's sort of like he runs the C. So I believe it's called CWrestling.com. It's basically like a Southeast Asia Wrestling's dedicated wrestling website. CWrestling.net. So if you want to follow up on anything to do with Southeast Asian wrestling in general, so this doesn't focus on just Singapore or Malaysia or Thailand. No, it focuses on all of the Southeast Asian wrestling promotions, all of it. This is the place to be. They even make print copies. Actually, they have issues. Actually, I think I was on one of the covers at a certain point. I'm pretty sure I was. Let's see, I'm looking at it right now. I don't see my face here, but I'm pretty sure I was. So you can use that to check out all the events and upcoming events. Actually, that's actually pretty nice. I got to meet the guy. He's pretty friendly chap actually. He's actually I think he's a British dude. He's currently based in Vietnam, so he obviously knows the most about VPW for sure. Told me some interesting stuff too. I appointed and asked him because I was aware of this. A lot of the VPW audience members are actually, this is such a specific demographic, actually international school teachers actually. And he admitted as such. Like he's actually part of that group in a way, and he's like full on. He's part of the group actually, so a lot of them go at the same time. He even told us that because of the nature of there being a lot of expats there, it sometimes scares off the local crowd in a way. It's like a bit of a you win some, you lose some sort of a situation, you know. They do have a very dedicated audience. Mind you, VPW, they're huge. They get like 500 packs on the regular. It's awesome to hear. That's awesome to hear. Really proud of them. So just some absolutely insane stuff. Insane stuff. I got to meet him. So he was like us too. He took a day trip, flight from Ho Chi Minh to Singapore, and I believe he flew back on the same day as well. So flying around to see wrestling is not a strange thing at all, actually, in this day and era. Man, oh man. That was pretty neat. Were there any other interesting moments? Oh man, I wish I wrote down some notes. As of this moment, not really. Was just pretty happily catching up with the others for sure. I think once the evening rolled on by a lot more, things settled down a little bit. The lights were being tested around. There was a technical wrestling, so it very much felt like once it was getting close to the showtime. There was obviously like a lot of tech rehearsals and all that jazz. And it was pretty great. The timekeeper, my old friend Irfan, actually taught me how to ring the bell properly and all that. Because they have a certain system that they do in Grapple Max that's very much Japanese wrestling inspired. That is for sure. It's pretty darn cool to see. Pretty darn cool to see, and experience too. And from then on, began the show. Oh man, it was crazy. It was crazy. I was a little bit worried at first because people slowly started to because it was one of those cases where people slowly trickled in. That's for sure. People slowly trickled in. But then it began to be like, I wouldn't say it's full house. You can definitely see in my vlog. It was not like every chair was seated, but a vast majority, I would say like 90% of the chairs were filled for sure. And then once show began, yeah, off we go. Off we went. All the free tickets were taken up though. That's pretty nice. That's pretty good. Did Sarah told you? I'm assuming so. I'm assuming so. So yeah. All right. So actually, this is something interesting to note. Remember, this is a community club, right? This is gonna sound rather strange, even though it's not. You see a lot of old dudes just loitering, like a lot of old uncles loitering, sitting by the sidelines and all that jazz. At one point, there was this dude in a bicycle. You see bicycles like passing by us all the time. Actually, there was this one old dude in a bicycle. He had a dog in his basket in front there. Was it a bicycle or an automatic or like electric bike? I think it was a bicycle. No. Yeah, it was a bicycle, I think. And one of the trainees, in fact, it was Prabhu from Showtime. I think he might have known the guy, might have not. Asking, hey uncle, you want to come to the show? Like, oh, I would like to, but my dog, he's scared of the noises, and all that jazz. I didn't really listen to them, but it was kind of sweet to see that that Prabhu was just talking to this random old uncle. So yeah. So remember, this is a place for the public to utilize, right? So I was like, you get remember, this is a free show. It's open. It is open space, so anyone could just like just rock up to the place and just like look and look see. You don't even have to like grab a chair. They could just sit by the sides near the plants or McDonald's and just watch the show. So it is in many ways a truly free show for the public to watch. So that was actually super cool to see. Super jealous. Okay, opening match. Women's tag match. This is pretty cool actually because I won't say exactly what happened. It was I thought it would be like the twins, so Amani and Alani versus our friend Sarah Coulthard and the returning Divya. But instead it was I think it was Amani and Raiden Rui instead. I sort of know why her twin was not part of the match, but I won't reveal it. I won't reveal why. Out of respect to the promotion. Luckily, nothing bad. It really is genuinely nothing bad at all. So potentially it could have been 3/4 of the wrestlers in that match could have been like Singaporean Malay girls actually. Instead it was just half. It was just half. each team had their own Singaporean Malay. So that was pretty cute to see. And of course, thanks to Sarah and Sarah's experience and Divya's just dominance, they easily won the match. Easily. Mm-hmm. What were some of the interesting moments thereafter? Let me have a quick look at my vlog just to see for sure. Using my vlog as almost like a cheat sheet, I suppose. Oh, I forgot to mention this. Okay. I forgot to mention this. I must mention this. So a few hours before the show, I heard something from like one of the theater halls that was like a floor above. And I took a quick peek into the theater hall. Dude, there were Chinese drums. It was a full-on Chinese drum rehearsal happening right next to the place. That was cool to see. That was really pretty darn cool to see indeed. What else did I saw there? Let's see. I'm just checking the vlog really quickly. Oh yeah. Okay. I need to mention this. I need to mention before I move on to the next next several matches. So okay, besides the McDonald's, the community center. Okay, gotta leave my own stream. See you again. See you, Cloudy. See you, Cloudy. You don't need to mention your own stream. It's okay. It's okay. Okay. So, hi, the Lulu. Nice to see you pop all of a sudden. Welcome, Lulu. You were here this whole time. I thank you, and I thank you for that. So, one other very unique feature, aside the McDonald's and the two event spaces, was this lift. How do I explain this lift? Okay, so let me try to explain it. So this lift, so there's this ground floor, aka the first floor. So for us it's ground floor. For Singaporeans it's first floor. Yeah, they have this thing called 1A. Okay, 1A. So there's the first floor, which is the very bottom. Okay, is where the event space is. But then if you were to walk up the staircase, up let's say 5 steps, that's the floor for McDonald's, the toilets, all that, and they call that floor 1A. I didn't know this at the time. So, for at least 3 times of me wanting to use the lift for whatever reason, going to the toilet, getting my stuff in the classrooms, I kept pressing 1A. Instead of pressing level 2 or level 3, I kept pressing 1A. So every time I press 1A, it goes up. Like at one point, I think it was with Sarah. Like I press 1A, I turn around, I see Sarah. Wait for me. I was like, I waved at her. It went up. I realized, wait, this was a short trip. I turned around. I looked around. Hey, wait, what the? I turned left, and I realized that I was technically still on the first floor. I went down 5 steps. I met up with Sarah, who's waiting by the floor, by the lift, by the lift entrance, and then I properly went up to level 2. I was like, this lift is trolling me. In fact, this entire section is trolling. Why is there a section where there's only 5 steps high? Why? Who built this place? It looks fancy, but it's so bewildering. What happened here? And I believe Sarah told me, no, this is weird for us as well. We don't understand this either. So okay. So yeah, if you ever go to Jurong Spring Community Center, go check it out. It's rather strange. Yeah. It's not a tourist attraction. It should be an attraction, that's for sure. It's an attraction to see a bunch of foreigners being bewildered by this floor system. So, anyways, let's actually finally get into the dang freaking show. Let's see. Anything special in particular happened? There were about 8 matches for sure. I'm not gonna go through all of it. I will definitely say that this is a lot of proving ground for sure, because there were a lot of people, a lot of the newer graphics trainees. They were almost like upgraded into full on main card status for sure. In particular, there's a 4-way match for the Grapple Max Rising Championship. This is pretty significant because this is the first time ever that this championship has a match. So whoever wins this will be the inaugural champion. And it was between Devan, who came from the Graphics NWE. So this is the newest guy. There is Christian from Ships Ahoy, notably Sarah Colehart's tag partner. Julian Creed from Showtime Inc. And Calvin Lang, Calvin Lang, formerly of Showtime Inc., but currently independent and very abrific. So these 4 guys are considered on the newer side. Again, rising championships. This championship is meant for like the newer bunch of wrestlers. So these 4 guys are on the newer, younger-ish side. And it was pretty darn entertaining. I was very impressed with Devon in particular. Because as someone who came from the NWE system, this is a trainee system. So he is by far the newest guy. And he showed up. He definitely showed up. For sure. Super interactive, super physical. Like his technique was on point. Awesome. Also very proud of the guy. For sure. But in the end, with a leaping hook kick. How the hell does he do it? Julian Creed takes the W and became Rapport Max's very first GP Max Rising Championship. And what a belt it is. What a belt. Again, no photos. Just go to my vlog. You can see it there. For some reason, after the match, Showtime Inc., aka Prabhu and Julian Creed, wanted to like harass me a little bit. I don't know. I was a bell ringer, guys. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Yeah. So that was pretty cool. And then I can't recall if this was after the intermission. Give me link. Okay. Here you go. This is the link to my vlog. Here you go. Enjoy. And then next up, one other particular thing about this event that was quite unique. I believe there were 3 Taiwanese wrestlers in this event, actually. So that's pretty cool. Why were there no Malaysians? I don't know. Go message Grab Max about it. Don't ask me. I was there as an audience member. That eventually became bell ringer. One of them in particular, his name is Saka. I think that's how you say it. All caps, Saka. Essentially, he's a one-armed wrestler. As in, he only has one arm. His left arm, in fact. And so when I knew about this guy for a long time. I've known him for a while. But this was my first time seeing him live and in person. Holy crap, can he go? He's a huge dude, actually. He's a huge dude. And he can do like wrist locks. He can chop. He was actually able to like pick people up and slam them too. With one arm. It's the darnest thing. It's crazy. I was like, this dude is insane. And the crowd clearly adored him because like, you know, to do wrestling is so hard, even with all 4 limbs intact. I'm someone with a bad back as well. And to see someone, look, I'm not disabled as such, but I do have chronic pain. And to see someone who outright is missing an entire limb being able to do what he does, I won't lie, I actually got a little bit teary-eyed watching him because it was like so I won't lie, I was kind of inspired actually. Like, this is a dude who didn't let a disability hinder him. Dude was slamming. He was a triple threat too. He had to deal with 2 people. And he was like whacking them around as such. It's actually super insane to see. Super impressive. I was so impressed. I'm going to talk a bit more about this guy as the night went on, actually, because there's more to. He did something that I actually was legit almost more bewildered than him wrestling, actually. Just wait and see. It's insane. Oh my god, I'm so impressed by the guy. Oh, shout out to my man Big Dave. Oh, I saw one Joker like wrestler in the video. I will get to him very soon. He's a is that mask or makeup? Makeup. I will talk about Joker very soon. And yes, his name is Joker. It's hilarious. Don't ask me why his name is Joker. I don't know. So, oh yeah, one of the dudes is in that match is a veteran. Big Dave. His nickname is now Brain Buster. Big Dave, because his finishing move is the Brain Buster. Yeah. And Big Dave, this dude, my man, Big Dave, he too was aura farming. He aura farmed in the match itself. Oh my man. Like, he was doing it whilst having one foot on SPD. So in that match, it was Saka versus SPD versus Big Dave. And his foot was SPD, and he was doing all the hand gestures and all that. Like, he knew all the moves. My man, aura farming in Pro Wrestling Festival 2 in Jurong Spring Community Center. It's pretty darn cool to see. Pretty darn cool to see. Indeed. Respect. So after that, I think, if I'm not wrong, the match right after the triple threat was the Tag Team Championship. So it was the team of Aussie, aka Aussie Cube. I call him Aussie Cube because saying Aussie sounds annoying. Which is the team of Pinball YC and the Pillar Sean Pang. Or was it Sean the Pillar Pang? Yeah, one's a pillar, one's a pinball. Okay. I believe they're called that because they both study in Australia. And they're sort of giving tribute to where they grew up. I just realized they're called Aussie, but they don't have a third Australian member. They need a third Australian member, and I know exactly who should join them. I know exactly who should. And no, it cannot. It's not a Singaporean. It's not a Singaporean. Unfortunately, this particular individual is already part of a pretty big faction already. This faction is called Real Global Threat. I'm not saying it'd be a downgrade to join Aussie, but it is definitely a bit of a conflict of interest, I suppose. I even want to say who it is. Let's just say, yes, he is definitely Malaysian. He wears the Malaysian colors. Look, he still speaks with a pretty pronounced Australian accent to this day. Okay. Boo, RGT, boo. Oh, you know about the Real Global Threat, eh? Oh, actually, I don't mind mentioning this right now, actually. Because something crazy happened at the same time with this event. I believe both events were happening concurrently, yeah? So, there's this Singaporean event, and then there was also this event in Bangkok, Thailand. Setup. There was something that happened in the main event that was actually a huge shock even to us wrestlers. Like, we could not believe this happened because it just came out of nowhere. DDT professional wrestler Chris Brooks of Schadenfreude. Like, Schadenfreude International is an established faction in DDT. And Chris Brooks joined the Real Global Threat. They even bloodied up one of the Thai wrestlers there, Jonathan Johnson. I believe it was JJ versus the Statement Andrew Tang versus Chris Brooks. So Chris Brooks was initially wrestling against the Statement Tang, against the Statement. And after the match was done, Chris Brooks attacked JJ and joined the Real Global Threat. They have a British guy in their midst, a British guy who lives in Japan, who is a key member of DDT. Everyone joined then. Who left to fight them? Well, that's the thing. I think that's the gimmick of it. Real global talent. They want to get the best from every country. Thailand's best, Shavam. Singapore's best, the statement Andrew Tang. Malaysia's best, Emma Nazman. Philippines best, Jake De Leon. Britain/Japan's best, Chris Brooks. And if you've not seen Chris Brooks wrestle, go check him out. He's widely available on WrestleUniverse.com. He is incredible. Lanky bastard wrestling is what he does. He is very, very good. So I know for a fact that the Malaysian wrestlers and Singaporeans, I believe that's PW, they were keeping up with the news of it online, so they were freaking out over the main event, and they're freaking out the grabbags main event, and then the setup main event as well, because we keep up with the news on these things. This is our business after all, you know. So it took me so I was blindsided of this for sure, because again I was busy ringing the bells. 1 second, just checking. Okay. You all need to assemble Avenger-like group for the hero too. Ooh, I won't lie. That might take a bit. Because RGT's already had such a gigantic head start, haven't they? They have such a huge head start. How do we... Hey. Who's to say I won't join RGT too, huh? It feels like this group needs a proper butler. They need a proper global butler. And yours lowly here is a very, very global person. You join, I quit. What do you mean you quit? Are you part of... Are you part of RG? Don't answer that. I'm just saying, hey, if they need a butler, who better than yours lowly to be their global butler? Oh, quit being a fan. No, come on. Hello? A villain right here. Don't you know what I do as a wrestler? Hello? I bite. I stomp on elbows. I strangle people in like 10 different ways. I don't wrestle nice. I wrestle to win. Thank you. So yeah, that was pretty crazy to see. Okay. So back to the I guess the co-main event, because the team of Joker and Kaiser, and they call themselves Moon Circus. So this is the Taiwanese team versus Aussie for the Ground Max Tag Team Championships. So this is for the tag team championships, mind you. Pretty big deal. Holy crap! Moon Circus was cheating and bending the rules non-stop. It was unrelenting. It was Aussie were like being beaten left and right. At one point, duct tape was involved. Like they were being like I believe YC was duct taped to the ring post at a certain point. It's actually crazy. You got duct taped to the ring post. Crazy. Absolutely insane. So I actually wonder if they will survive, if Aussie will make it out at all, because they were just getting hammered non-stop. But they persevered. They powered through all the cheating, all the unrelenting cheating. And they won. They won. Somehow, some miraculous way, they won. Holy crap. They won. I'm proud of them. I'm proud of them. God, it's just... I will admit, that was so much cheating. So much cheating. Very proud of them. Because, oh man, I actually almost felt bad for them. Almost. Again, I'm a bad guy myself, you know, so I respect what Moon Circus were dealing. Oh, if you're wondering why you thought it was... I can actually almost answer why you thought mask or makeup, actually. I can almost answer why. I saw it a little bit. Apparently, he actually put on almost what looked like a thick plaster sort of thing, like the white base. It was a very thick white base, and so it was like almost like a what's the word? Not rubber, like a silicone sort of a layer on his face. Actually, it was really thick. It stayed on for quite a while. But yeah. Also, you know, I don't mind revealing this a little bit. This Joker. So obviously I saw him, you know, quote unquote backstage. This dude wrestles in a dress shirt and a tie. But he's huge. He is built. He is chunky. He is like muscles on muscle. Like he's actually a really built guy. And here he is wrestling in a dress shirt. Hell, I'm not even that as big as him. I'm nowhere as big and chunky as him. And I wrestle topless. Why? Because that's just the wrestling thing to do. And I'm happy to say I look decent enough. There was a certain point when, especially after the pandemic, I definitely wrestled with the shirt on for a little while, just because I didn't think I looked that great. And it also helps that it does look quite... I do stand out quite a good bit when I wrestle with the dress shirt. I get that. But at the same time, yeah, so as wrestlers, you know, we should be unafraid to show off our bodies. And this dude, who, mind you, is like actually jacked, wrestles with a dress shirt. I don't get it. I didn't ask him because we were all kind of busy at a certain point. I have a question. Don't you get worried the makeup sticks to your outfit? Well, number one, I've never wrestled anyone with thick makeup before, surprisingly. Number two, look, it'll wash off. It'll wash off eventually, you know? None of this is permanent. Even if it gets to my mask, I can always very, very carefully wash it off. So it should be fine. I hope. I hope. What if it don't? I don't know. Send it to the tailors. Usually the tailors have better knowledge on how to deal with these things. There's always ways to remove all this makeup and stains. There always is. Some methods are a little more extreme than others, that's for sure. So that's where a tailor can come in and help out. Cosplay tailors are miracle workers. That's what I can say. Cosplay tailors are miracle workers. They are a blessing in disguise in ways that I cannot begin to tell you. If you notice, especially in MyPW's last event, even a lot of the newer guys had such really, really nice outfits because we found out that cosplayers can technically make wrestling outfits as well. They have the experience for it. You know? It's incredible. It is incredible. So yeah. Okay, finally, main event time. Okay, and so this is where the bell ringing starts to come into play a little more. So, main event, Ban Sachak versus Hotshot. Ban Sachak is someone that I met last year. Someone who's considered on the newer side, actually. And he somehow got himself in the main event. I will admit, last year when I saw him, I didn't think too much of him. It was all right. It was all right, but you could definitely tell it was on the newer side of things. Something that definitely needed a lot more sharpening. Wilson is the Grapple Max champion. He's very good. He's excellent. Someone who moves very speedily. Someone who's very precise. He has the signature cutter with him. Well, hot shot cutter. I don't know if that's the name of it. Actually, I'm not so sure the name of his finisher, but it's basically the cutter. RKO, as it were. He's very lethal with it. This main event delivered. Couple of the Malaysian contingent and I, we all sort of mutually agreed. Easily, the main event was the match of the night. Easily. So many near falls, so much good wrestling, so many exciting sequences. Ban Sachak really showed up and showed out. He really proved this match in a way was a big test for him. He really proved that he belonged in the main event scene. But alas, with a vicious a dragon sleeper, Hot Shot won the match. Next, my PW guys will be against Singaporean wrestlers, right? Yes. Yes, indeed. Oh, not this one. This one. Causeway Jam 25. Remember, Causeway Jam, but in KL. Malaysia versus Singapore. Oh, look at that. Does that not say featuring Grapple Max? So the same wrestler you just mentioned will make an appearance? No guarantees. Not every Grapple Max wrestler will be coming down to KL. Not every one of them. Well, because, I mean, look, not every MyPW wrestler went down to Grapple Max either earlier this year. I was not one of them. The whole point is that most of the matches will be Malaysia versus Singapore. Will my match also feature a Singaporean wrestler? I want to see the one-hand man. Unfortunately, he's Taiwanese. He is Taiwanese. You can check him out in NTW Wrestling. 新台湾摔跤. Hey, just hit to Taiwan to see him wrestle. Why not? I travel overseas to watch wrestling. Why can't you? Choice is yours. Choice is yours. Also, just a quick little tangent. Boo, you book import player just to take down Raj. Why not? I'm the uptown lowlife. I've got the uptown money. So I will use my uptown resources to take down those who are in the way. For shame, Bobby. For shame. We had this lovely trip together, and here you are, tagging with failure Raj. Nah. Oh yeah, let me just go on this very short tangent, folks. Why the is my second aura farming video my most viewed video on my YouTube channel? What the? Like, what the? How? What utter bullshit is this? What utter bullshit is this? 17,000 views. It's like, how short? It's like barely a few seconds long. Barely a few seconds long. Taken by a friend. Footage by a friend. barely any editing done on it, and it's 17,000 views. It is by far my most viewed video. And it's not even the first one either. It's the second one. I think the first one looks way nicer. Yeah, there's even a nice moment where I timed the beat drop to my pointing. Maybe that video have enough aura dynamic to force itself through the algorithm. I guess. I personally don't think so. It's literally, I'm literally aura farming from a distance, a very far distance, mind you, at the end of the theater. And I'm all the way up at the ring, for God's sakes. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Oh, God, ridiculous. Okay, I'm not mad. I'm just confused. Yeah, confused. Oh, man. So yeah, if you want to check this out, cosplay jam 25. Hey, click on the link here. Click on the link. Yeah. Early bird promotions still apply actually. So yeah. Get it while the promotion still lasts. So yeah, fantastic main event. It felt like something that won't feel out of place in, say, like in a quality wrestling, in a quality Japanese wrestling promotion, something right out of Noah, DDT, New Japan, even, you know. Yeah, that like level of intensity and pacing that was like, whoa, pretty frenetic, pretty near for it. Like genuinely. The best part of this match is that you could not tell who's going to be the winner. Sometimes it's like a little bit on the obvious side. I would say this event, yeah, the two main events, the tag team championship match and this main event, you could not tell. It was so unpredictable. Like you could not tell who was going to win. Was it going to be the upset Bansachak who's really out there to prove himself, or was it going to be Mr. Main Event Hot Shot? Super impressed. Yeah, that was pretty fun. That was pretty fun. That was pretty fun. Really proud of the Grandmax boys and girls. And after the event, the audience, they had their fun. They could take photos, they can buy merch, and all that jazz. And of course, the night is still not over for I almost said my PW. I meant for Grapple Max. Why? Because they have to disassemble the ring. Again, remember, folks, it is the wrestlers that builds the ring and that disassembles the ring. It is us, that talent, that does it. Unless if we are in a massive wrestling promotion, say WWE, AEW. Hell, I'm not even sure. Hell, I'm actually not so sure about something like DDT or Pro Wrestling Noah or TNA. Would the wrestlers themselves be the ones that do it? I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't know, actually. I wouldn't know. Azuri Azarella, welcome to Cafe Cornelius. I think I know who you are. Welcome. Is this your first time here? I believe so. Welcome. I think I see you on Twitter fairly often. I think. Welcome. Fellow pro wrestler VTuber. I believe that's you, right? Right? Do let me know if I'm mistaken, please. Please do let me know if I'm mistaken. So woke up early for Nintendo Direct. I see. I believe you are based in the North Americas, I suppose. See, it's me. Well met. Finally good to see you here. Look, it's not like I show up in your streams either. Again, different time zones, different strokes, different folks. No, it's all good. So, what was I saying? Yes. So, us Malaysians, we were feeling rather peckish. Actually, very peckish. So, again, Mighty and Ref Ryan, we were not their guests technically, but they wanted to give us a little helping hand, and they wanted to take us out to eat, because genuinely we only had one meal the whole day. We arrived there at 2:00. We had one meal, one lunch. Then for the whole day we don't eat at all. So yeah, we were hungry. We initially wanted to go back to the mamak place, the Indian Muslim place, but it was legitimately completely packed. So they took us further down the road, and man, I felt like we were in Singapore properly. There. What do you mean by that? I mean that literally we felt like we were in this zone of flats. Like it was nothing but like multi-story flats, as far as the eye could see. So it felt like we were in like this indoor world, So even in somewhere like Malaysia, where there's areas with a lot of flats, you'll still see like, landmarks there, flat plains here, parks there. Now this area was like very much an urban jungle, and it felt like, whoa, it felt like we were in Hong Kong or something like that, like something like really close-knit and congested. So, I'm pretty sure we were in a very old part of Singapore in that sense. And what this basically means that we went further in for more food courts. So we found another food court area. And they were very, very gracious hosts. Mighty and Ref Ryan both belanjat us. Bought us dinners. And so we had pretty simple meals. I'll tell the story. I think Jack doesn't mind if I tell the story. So Jack Alexander, Shaman Secret Sauce, he's got one very clear weakness. Not something you can really exploit, I suppose, in the wrestling context. Man cannot take seafood. Man is Sabahan, from Sandakan Sabah, mind you, cannot take seafood. He ordered what is called Pattaya fried rice. And to be fair, it's a tit or tat if it has seafood or not. Apparently in Singapore it does. So when he opened it up, he saw there were prawns in it. Alas. Thankfully, I ordered chicken fried rice. And so we switched. So I had Pattaya fried rice instead. It's pretty nice. Big portions. For some reason, Phoenix was like, I'm fine. I'm not hungry. I basically like force fed him at least one spoonful of rice. Just one. I refuse. I refuse to have anyone from our contingent starving, okay? Because I've seen before. I've seen what happens when people don't eat all day. They want to go through a grueling event. Even I know we were there as audience members. I don't care. At least have one bite during dinner time. So yeah. Hey, I fed the lovely Phoenix Rose one spoonful of my chicken rice, my Pattaya fried rice. No, I think it was chicken rice, and then we switched. So yeah. Bobby Sinaga cried. Because he got offered free food. It's so funny. I think the boy was like so scared that because he is a pretty big eater, and it was quite a few hours after lunch that he didn't eat at all. So he cried. It was like I'm so grateful. Oh, I get to eat. Oh, someone's offered me free food. Look, you have to understand. I was very much prepared to like pay for my own dinner, but they insisted. I think because they were aware that look, we came all the way from Malaysia. The currency exchange is to an extent pretty brutal, because it is like 3.2 or 3.5 ringgit to $1. So something that should be a cheap, very affordable meal you know, five to $7, which is that's considered like very, very affordable in Singaporean terms. Triple that for us. It's pretty darn brutal. So they were very kind to us, and we really, really appreciated that from them. I also shared with Ryan and Mighty at the time that I apologized to them basically that I definitely came off a little bit on the grumpy and anxious side because part of the whole point of us going there was actually was to actually help them disassemble the ring, move the stuff back into the truck, help them reassemble the ring back in their center. That's actually one of the reasons why we wanted to go there as well. And I did not want us to miss the disassembly for the ring, you know. So we had a bit of a schedule to keep up with. But there was still time to chit chat and hear. And you know, because Mighty did want to chat with us a little bit, and so did Ryan. Right, Ryan was just calm and cool, but Mighty was definitely on the chatty side for sure, which was pretty cool. Not gonna share what it is. Because it is considered a little bit more insider-esque, something industry related, so to speak. It's getting to a point where I'm saying industry related, I actually sort of mean it. What do I mean by that? So in North America, pro wrestling, it is an industry. You know, people can earn money from it. There's real money being flowed and all that. Lots of big deals, big projects, that sort of thing. 4 years ago, I would have said, if I would have said, we're doing some industry talk, I do it in the sense I mean it in like I use the word industry almost as a word of convenience because you know back then there's not many opportunities to be had. People are still developing. Not really a lot of big projects were there. Nowadays, however, yeah, some big projects are involved. A lot of people are flying around here and there all the time. Big opportunities are being made. For God's sakes, Chris Brooks just joined a Southeast Asian wrestling faction, for God's sakes. So yeah. I think I mean it this time. Industry talk means industry talk right now. It's pretty cool to say. Pretty cool to say. So unfortunately, I can't share it. Can't share anything. But it was pretty interesting to hear his perspective on this particular topic, actually. Sort of goes to show, yeah. That we are quite unanimous with this particular topic. Pretty cool. So once we were done with our din, we went off. And you know what I saw? You know what we saw when we came back to the Jurong Spring Community Club basketball court? You know what we saw? It's there in the vlog too. It's the Grappa Max roster holding hands in a massive circle. Swinging their hands too. Left and right. And I was like, what? And then I asked them. No, actually, no. I didn't ask them. I dare not ask. I was scared. And then I became even more scared when they invited me. Like, just me. Why me? It was specifically me. None of the others dared to. I think it's because I've known them the longest. Yeah, because I've been with Gramax for so long. Amongst the four that joined, amongst the four of us that went there, I definitely knew them the longest for sure. I've known Greg for like years now, you know. And they're like, "Hello, join us." I'm like, I'm scared what would happen if I said no, so I joined them. And it was a weird energy. It was like, and at one point we did waves, like whoa, left wave, right wave, broken wave, wave this, wave that, and then we finally broke up, and then we started disassembling the ring properly. Yeah. actually, I just realized I was next to, I think, one of the senior trainees, and we told them, hey, the bunch of us are still here because we want to help with this assembly. They're like, what? For reals? And like, yeah, that's part of why we're all here, to help you all out. And they're like, no, you're not. I was like, yeah, we are. We're here. That's the whole point. And I'm like, and they're like, no, you're not. Yeah, we are. You can't stop us. We're helping you. And so yeah, some of them were like, no, don't. But like, we're here. We haven't even booked our bus back yet. That's the thing. We didn't even book a bus back yet. Actually, that was literally the point. We wanted to play it by ear, see how long things will go. And mind you, things went on pretty late, that's for sure. And we took a bus. We didn't even book the bus yet. So yeah, we helped them move the stuff back. Bobby in particular was a real trooper. Carried a lot of stuff. Indeed. Showed off his strength as the Leviathan. I helped a little bit too. And then not thereafter, and then thereafter. And thankfully, once everything got loaded into the truck, Sarah called a grab. It was a pretty big grab too. So it was like at least 6 of us in that grab van. And we all went back. Mind you, so put it this way. The community club was in Jurong, in West Singapore. Rapport Max's training center is in Ubi Avenue, in East Singapore. We had to go practically to the other side of the island. Practically to the other side. I mean, so in a sense, it wasn't that far, but in a sense, it was quite a bit far. Again, I think a lot of people really don't realize that Singapore is a city concentrated. It is a concentrated city. Like literally every square foot is used for something, you know? So you could literally walk from one neighborhood to the next, like immediately, you know? It's not spread. Everything cannot be spread out. There's no such thing as spread out because it's a freaking island nation. Every square inch has to be properly utilized. So that means traffic light after traffic light after traffic light after traffic light. And even if it's not a traffic light, there's just so much busyness that everything has to be slowed down somewhat. It's pretty neat. So I believe it still was like a half-hour drive or something crazy like that. So still genuinely quite a ways. Yeah. No problem, Delulu. No problem. Have a good night. Mm-hmm. And so off we went to Rapport Max's training center. And it's as gorgeous as ever. It's probably like, yeah, I dare say it is probably the best training center in all of Southeast Asia. God's sakes, it's basically N Boss Gregory's man cave. We have to call it that. Why so? There's a computer there. There's an amazingly huge projector there. Obviously, there's the ring as the centerpiece when it's not being moved around. There is an extra training space for their mat training space. There's a changing room there. There's a fridge. God, it's so nice. That's one of the reasons why Grapmax is able to do shows there all the time and fill up all the time, because it's so nice. Lights. They have like lighting rigs there. Actual lighting rigs there. It's so nice to see. So nice to see. So when Bobby Sinaga, the three out of four of us have wrestled there before, so we're not too surprised by it. But when Bobby Sinaga, it was like, whoa, what? It was like whoa. You can see his eyes were so big. Ah, man. Oh, so okay. I'll mention this one thing too. As successful as this event was, it definitely felt like we had to like sacrifice our pound of flesh for this. Because a lot of folks, yeah, look, wrestling's dangerous. Some of us got hurt. Some of us more than most. There's this one dude, I won't say exactly what. There's this one dude, oh, his face got squished upon. I won't even say by what. But it got squished for sure. We were worried too because we thought he was concussed. I don't think he was. Concussed. He's okay. But yeah, a little bit scary. And then another dude also got hurt. So I know at least 2 Grandmax dudes were hurt. But the thing that actually really concerned me was that I'm gonna be very careful what I say because I don't want to get in trouble. But I'll say this. This is the first time I've ever heard the moving truck causing issues for the talents. What do I mean? I don't mind revealing this just because this is crazy. And it's technically none of the wrestlers or the wrestling association's fault. There was a hole in the moving truck. As in the edge of the truck, it's wood, right? It's a wooden floor. Somehow, step and bam! Huge asshole in the moving truck. Like apparently someone's leg went straight through. An entire leg went straight through it. I wasn't there to see it, but I could believe it because I could see that particular individual's leg was all scratched up. Terrible. And it was a giant gaping hole on the truck's floor. So this was at the very edge of the truck, mind you, the moving truck. This is the first I've ever heard of this happen, and in Singapore of all places. Like I get it, logistics, people move around stuff all the time. This is the first I've ever seen a moving trucks just break like that. And I wish I took a picture of it too, because that hole was ginormous. One person's foot was in such bad shape that he had to be iced. Like he had to have his foot iced the whole night. Felt so bad for them. Felt so bad for them. The one particular name I will reveal, and I don't mind exposing, because it's funny, is Bobby Sinaga. What happened to Bobby? Somehow, some way. So the underneath. How to describe this? The frames of the Grapmax ring, there's like little blunt spikes. So it's technically blunt spikes, so it's not pointed at all. That those spikes are used to like help tie up the ropes in a circular pattern. He sort of like was moving around to like lift stuff up, and he somehow scratched his lower back with it. So there's a nasty gash on his back. So I had to help him get ice and ice it down and cool things off for him. And even, oh man, this dude winced so badly every time I tried to like apply wet wipes on it, to disinfect it and such. Like at first I did a nice quick swipe and he jumped. Poor Bobby jumped. I don't blame him. Then after that I saw I had to do it again for whatever reason. I dabbed it instead. So, yeah, poor Bobby. So overzealous in trying to move stuff around. And somehow, by these very same blunt spikes, because there was something underneath the ring that intrigued him. He wanted to reach for it, and he bonked his head on said blunt spike. And all he could do was like reel back, and reach back. And me and another Singaporean wrestler that saw him were like, "Kid, what are you doing? And you a dumbass." So I was clutching my head like, Bobby, how did this happen again? But the same exact part of the ring. Like, what the heck? What the heck, boy? That was funny. That was very humorous for me. Yeah. Luckily, even though, yes, a decent bit of us were hurt, I don't think anyone was hospitalized. Thank goodness. Thank goodness for that. Oh, I hope they change moving companies because, oh man, that was not acceptable. God, that was a giant hole, man. Giant hole. Yep. And then, so quite literally, no exaggeration, we booked our bus at 3 a.m. and the ring was done by 2:30. So that's how long we all lasted. That's how dedicated those guys are. That they disassembled the ring on the same day. They disassembled the ring, moved the ring into the truck, took the stuff out from said truck, moved it back into the center, reassembled the ring there and there, like everything. Mad respects for them for that. Mad respects. Such hustlers. I asked them, why do you guys have to like build the ring, the entire ring in one day? And they're like, oh, we have Monday classes. Shit. That's Singaporean for you. Gotta get your money's worth. And so back to quote unquote civilization, I suppose. So we took the 3 a.m. bus. And we arrived back in Malaysia, in KL, in that particular bus station, by 9 a.m. Golly gee whiz. What a trip. Yeah. That's about it. That is our day trip, folks. That is our day trip. What an adventure. What an adventure it was. I wonder if I'll do this again next year. It would be pretty fun to do this again next year, I gotta say. I would like to. I think that's about it, folks. That's about it. So that's sort of why there was no schedule. Because by the time we got back on that Sunday, I was all tuckered out. I was completely knackered. And then Monday, I was also completely out of it too. So yeah, no plan, schedules or whatever not. Just this. I might do another stream again later down in the week. I might do, but again, nothing set in concrete just yet. Alrighty. I think that's about it, folks. I think that is about it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Before we head out. No, not this event. One final call to action, folks. For Causeway Jam 25 on 6th September on a Saturday in Kuas Theatre, TTDI, Kuala Lumpur. This is Malaysia versus Singapore, all for bragging rights. Of course, I am part of this as well. As you can see here, it says here, featuring Grapple Max. I'm not going to say much else. This is probably the one time I'm going to be very coy when it comes to promoting this event. Very, very coy. All I'll say is that there is still work to be done. There's still work to be done. And if you're able to, folks, please do follow me on all my socials, on Twitter, Blue Sky, TikTok, Instagram, all that jazz. And if you can, folks, please do subscribe and share my YouTube channel as well. Your patronage is much appreciated. All right. That is all, folks. That is all for tonight. Thank you so much for hearing me out, sharing my crazy adventures in professional wrestling. Hope to share even more of these adventures in due time. We are not done with this year. That is for damn sure. Cafe Cornelius is now closing shop. We'll make Cafe Cornelius never close in your hearts. Oscar Remina. Oscar